Yes, it is. We are into the final hour of the show, the fifth hour of the program, which is a beautiful thing. 5
In
hours.
Radio Land, that would be 9 hours.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, we'll be doing like 10 hours of programming in regular radio for you guys.
We did a whole week today.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, we are awaiting Steve Calabro, the Hialeah Park casino manager, the man that assists us in making all our picks this week. Hopefully, we are going to come through and win for you. We've had back-to-back winning days in basketball, by the way, so we're doing all right there the last couple of days. We'll see if we can have a big Friday night in basketball. We're going to talk a little football now. We're going to get into some of the picks. Steve, first of all, how you doing, my brother?
Big O, I'm doing real good. I can tell you, you've been doing really good with basketball picks. But last week, our Friday picks, we got crushed.
Yeah.
I mean, our football picks, we got crushed.
Yes. Well,
So,
the Saturday was good. It was Sunday that we got crushed, right?
The Houston game was. We were all about the Houston game,
Right.
and
Yes.
and it was great for about a half.
Yes.
we had
Well,
half.
it helps if Bill O'Brien wouldn't be such a freaking moron.
I got to tell you,
How do you do that on your own 31 and you killed all the momentum on you saw it in the team how they were deflated after
Yeah,
that.
you did, and I just was. I couldn't believe it.
How he's not fired already?
I don't know.
I would have fired him right after the game. Okay?
You would
gotta
think the
tell
guy
you.
had money on Kansas City,
Yeah.
the way he did that.
It was.
By the way, that
ridiculous.
was a road game, right, for Houston?
Yeah, it was in
yes.
Kansas. It was in Kansas City.
I would have made his ass get his own plane ticket.
I got to tell you, I've always said that
You know what's
the
better?
problem.
You hand him a bus ticket. You don't even get a just here's a bus ticket.
That's the
buddy.
problem in Houston. I
Here's
don't-
your Trailways ticket, and it doesn't even exist.
I just think that's the problem in Houston. That coaching is
Yeah.
sporadic to say the least.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'm being nice about that.
Yeah, I'm not a O'Brien fan. It's that dude just does nothing for me as it is.
And
So,
I have a couple friends that met him, and he's a great guy. Cool guy, and all you want to hang out with. But as a coach, he's just not performing at the level that he needs to, especially when it counts. Right now, you get up 20. You get fortunate enough to get a couple of breaks and get up 24-0, and then your team just falls apart. I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough loss. And it wasn't even, when you really think about it, the game, there was two games. It was the 24-0 game and the 51-7 game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it.
It was Buffalo and the Houston Oilers all over again.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad
It was
scene.
Frank Reich and Warren Moon's up by a ton, and then Frank Reich and company come back for one of the greatest comebacks of all time, and it's over.
So I do want to ask you a question, Big O. Now, we talked about it a little earlier today.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just kidding. I'm just having a little fun with this.
Of course.
But Ryan Tannehill has done a decent job
he's done a very good job.
4 or 5 weeks.
He's done a very good job. He makes the passes that they need, but he doesn't carry anything.
No, but he doesn't.
Without Derrick Henry, put it this way. Here's your answer, okay? I did this a couple days ago. I said, take the Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Fitzpatrick challenge. Does Ryan Tannehill win 5 games with the current Dolphins?
That's a great question.
That's all you need. That's
yeah,
it.
That's a great question.
You just answered it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't even, if you had any conviction on it, you would have said, "Oh yeah, of course
Absolutely.
he does."
Yeah, I didn't. I don't have conviction on that. You're right.
That's all you need to know. And if anybody out there is watching and you want to be honest with yourself, just in case you're falling for the banana in the tailpipe, just ask yourself, if you think Ryan Tannehill's turned some kind of corner, do you think he would have won 5 games with the Dolphins or more? If you do, then I'm wrong. And Ryan Tannehill's turned the corner and he's a good quarterback in your eyes, that's fine. But if you think like me and Steve and Bill and everybody else that's kind of logical, that all we ever did for 7 years was say, he doesn't have enough this, he doesn't have enough that, he can't do this, he can't do that. Well, now he's got everything around him, and they got him facilitating.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's facilitating the pass when they need it.
And
You know,
he's
a
doing
first
a
down here.
beautiful job.
Couple of good runs.
By the way, Trent Dilfer did that. Nick Foles did that. Brad Johnson did that. Peyton Manning tried his best to do it a couple years ago when they won a championship. it's been proven when your team's really, really good and you could dominate the ground game, the quarterback just has to be serviceable.
There is one little difference, though, with Tannehill. He has made the appropriate pass when he needs to.
Yeah.
He's also used his legs.
Yeah,
All
of
those other
course.
guys you mentioned, I don't know if they were using their legs as much as Tannehill.
No.
Tannehill has some speed,
Right.
and he can make 3 or 4 good runs in a game. No, I'm not saying 10. He's not Lamar Jackson.
Foles may have ran a little bit, very little.
Yeah, occasionally.
That's it. That's the
know.
only guy that had something out of that group we
Yeah,
talked about. But again, it's like I tell people, Tannehill, Lamar Jackson, and who was that? Oh, Josh Allen. They're the same quarterback in this sense. They all three play differently, but if you take the run away from all three of them, they're freaking useless.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to beat you with their arms.
It becomes a substantially worse quarterback. If you take that, yes.
Right. Whereas a real quarterback, you at least stand the chance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what I keep trying to explain to people that are getting all excited about it. And I get it. We've been beaten down. We haven't had a quarterback in 700 years. There's been 21 quarterbacks after Marino. We're also desperate that we want to paint whatever picture we want. And the kid's doing a great job. He's put in a perfect situation. And Mike Vrabel, to his credit, has balanced it the right way. He knows what it is. He knows what his team is. And he goes, all right, we're going to run the hell out of the ball. We're going to try to control the line of scrimmage. We're going to play some great defense. And my quarterback will complement Derrick Henry. And he's not putting Tannehill in a position where he has to carry the team. It's super smart, man. It's super smart.
A quarterback completes 50% of his passes in today's football. Sucks. 8 of 15 against New England, 7 of 14. He's one pass over 50% completion.
But now
for 72 and 83 yards.
He's
thrown 3 passes, touchdowns. That's it.
But they know that.
Right.
And so
they're not exposing
And
it.
they're just saying, kid, make this throw for us,
Yes.
that throw for us, and that's it. We only need
let me
you
ask
for
you a
that.
question.
He's
Let me ask you a
made
question.
3
We're going to change
passes.
same topic, but a little different change. The
Okay.
question's a little in a little different direction. Next year, what do you pay Derrick Henry?
Whatever he wants.
No, but I mean,
you got to pay him
because he's a free agent.
You got to pay.
He's a free agent.
Well,
he look right. We all agree.
What's the
he's
market?
The team.
15 million?
He's the team.
16 million?
The
He's
offensive
somewhere in that range.
The offensive line and him are the team.
This is a guy that's making about $1 million a year this year.
No, I got a better question for you. So are you going to pay him 17 and you're going to pay Ryan 21?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. So, or do you say, no,
That's a good point.
We got to keep Derrick Henry. We'll go get another guy for a little less.
We'll get another guy that can
We'll
facilitate.
go get Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton certainly can facilitate as well as
Right.
Tannehill.
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
Ryan's just a little better, like arm-wise. He's a better athlete and a better arm than Andy.
But bottom line is Derrick Henry's going to go from $1 million this year, somewhere about $1 million salary, to about a $15 million salary.
Plus.
Yeah, whatever. It could be 17. It could be 14. I don't know. It's going to be up there.
Gurley
a lot of
and
money.
Le'Veon Bell are at the 15.
Yeah, they're in that
16.
15 range, right? So,
Gentlemen, he has 69% of their offense on yards.
yeah, you got to pay. Got to pay him really, like you said, whatever he wants.
69% of your yards are coming from him.
The guy, the one man.
You got to pay him.
You know what?
But then you pay him and the quarterback. That is nuts. You got to pay him because he's a generational player. Ryan is not.
Yeah.
Ryan is just a guy. And I think in this game, they end up falling behind, and then they need him, and he doesn't come up. And then I think this is the one game that may say, oh, we kind of need to check ourselves here a minute. Yeah, he's all right, but it's really all about this guy.
But explain something to me, though. I was doing a little research on this game, and I think it was week 10, the Titans beat Kansas City, and Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Injured. He just got back from the injury.
But he threw 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Right. He threw like 300 yards.
Yeah, he had a good day. It was hard to remember back that Tennessee beat this team.
Yeah.
Is it a matchup thing? Is there something to it that maybe the betting public may not?
That was his
may not
first,
be
but
seeing?
that was his first game back from that knee injury, so he did not have the mobility that he normally has. I don't know if they
He put up 32 points.
Owning him in fantasy, I think it was week 10.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He wasn't even himself when they put up 32, and he put up 32
32
points.
isn't himself. No,
Now
but
he's
worse,
playing like a video game like he is.
But worse yet, Kansas City's defense gave up 35 to Tannehill, the facilitator. Henry had 2 touchdowns,
and
Tannehill threw for 2.
And he had, I think he had close to 200 yards.
Yeah, 188. He had 188 yards, so he had a good game and all. But
That's how you, that's how you control the clock and don't give them possessions.
You don't give them possessions. That's what they got to do. That's
if
the only way.
If you give KC extra possessions, you're
They're
toast.
going to capitalize.
They're going to score.
Yeah.
They're going to score.
So that's a good segue. It's a good segue. So right now the spread on my website was 7.5.
7.5 and
it's
7
down to
are the
7.
two.
It went down to 7.
That's
like
right.
Literally, each website's a little
Yeah,
different.
Kansas City's at 7 now, and San Francisco is 7.5. I
Right.
got it
So
here.
this morning when I woke up, it was 7.5. We walk into the show today, and it's 7. Right?
Yeah.
Is something happening? It's an interesting sports bet theory going on right now. There's a lot of talk. The question is, I don't think anybody really believes that Kansas City's going to lose to the Titans. I just don't believe that's going to happen.
They do in Nashville.
Well, they do in Nashville, yeah, and they do it. Yes, that's one place they probably do. But is 7 points enough? And so the bet becomes a little difficult to me. For me,
because Henry, if Henry's running good, they're not going to get a huge lead.
But you know what?
You're not going to have the ball.
So I like to look at the games and try to match things up. So personally, I think the coaching, I actually give Andy Reid a notch over Vrabel. Right? Although Vrabel's great,
Vrabel's done an excellent job.
He's done a very good job.
He's done an excellent job. You got to give him love.
I think Reid gets the up.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he gets the notch
up
up there.
Hall of Fame coach.
I think Mahomes clearly gets the quarterback advantage is clearly there.
Yeah.
Clearly Tennessee has the running advantage. The defense.
No, Tennessee's better.
And Tennessee's defense is better than Kansas City's.
Hell
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a little tricky in trying to match. Maybe the tight end definitely a little better at
KC.
Kansas City, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
There's no doubt there. So it's not like there's 5-1 if you picked 5 portions of the game. It's not like 4 things advantage one team. It looks like it's 3-2.
Well,
that's why it's a weird bet.
Yeah,
it's a strange bet.
Although Kansas City's more explosive as a team with receivers and everything.
Yeah,
I know Tennessee's got the young kid that's really talented.
Very good.
But he's not Tyreek Hill already, so you got to give Tyreek Hill
and
the edge.
You know what happens, that explosiveness, what happens is Tannehill's completing those 15-yard passes in that 10 to 20-yard range. If you look at Mahomes, he's got significantly more passes over 20 yards than Tannehill, like significant, like 5 times the amount. So I think for me, I like Kansas City to cover because I think they're going to run it up. I think they're just going to.
Me too.
I think they're going to run it up. I think
Andy's
going to get. Let's score some points. Let's have some fun. Let's have some momentum.
Tennessee's got to get every bounce. The penalty, like everything's got to go their way.
And they can't get behind. If Tennessee falls behind, it's over with.
Yes.
Right.
Because now Tannehill's going to be forced to throw.
And that's when you force him into mistakes.
So I think we all agree that we like Kansas City.
At 7, I like Kansas City.
And we're giving them.
At 7.5, I might have gone Tennessee.
Yeah, at 7, I think it's interesting that it changed too today. Now the next game it's still 7.5.
Yes.
And the next game I'm a little bit of a homer on this one. So. Even though it's San Francisco.
What do we even homer? You're an East Coast guy. What the
No,
hell does that have to do with the tundra and the seals out in San Francisco?
First of all, here's why. So I've never liked Green Bay. I don't.
What the hell do you got against the cheese people?
I don't like the cheeseheads. I like. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's good, but I don't know. He's really. There's something about him I don't like.
Rubs you the wrong way?
Rubs me the wrong way, right? And he's a great quarterback and all, but, I don't know. It just seems like he's a little too cocky in how he approaches the whole game. Like, coaches are getting fired because of Aaron Rodgers. I don't like that.
So, wait a minute. Hold on,
coach.
Mr. East Coast guy. So, what'd you feel about Joe Namath?
I love Joe Namath.
Really? He's wearing a fur coat on the sidelines.
There was a reason why I loved Joe Namath. And I'll tell you specifically why. I was 11 years old in 1969 when Joe Namath won the Super Bowl. And Joe Namath, to me, was an ugly guy, and he got women. And so as an ugly kid, I was like, hey, I got a shot.
Mick Jagger.
I got a shot. He's my hero. Ugly guys can get women. So at 11-year-old, that was my 11-year-old logic, and it never really changed. Let me go back to the Homer thing about San Francisco. Basically, I really am a big fan of Nicky Bosa and Joey Bosa. They live in my neighborhood now in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, literally 2 blocks from my house,
but
right?
You want cocky?
Well, they are a little cocky. They are a little cocky.
A little?
But when they're in your neighborhood, I guess you let them get away with it, right? So I just think that San Francisco was my pick.
He's got selective hate, bro.
No, selective
hate.
Selective like.
Like nobody's cockier in the history of sports than Joe Namath, okay?
No, he was confident.
And cocky.
He really wasn't cocky.
Oh, come on. He
wasn't cocky.
He took on the
coming
NFL for his bar.
He liked to have fun. He did like to have fun.
And he had mafiosos in that damn place. They wanted him out of there. And it was like, yo, dude, you're socializing with, shady people.
How many times have you heard the phrase, when the mafia ran, it was really run well. Yes. So why are you picking on the mafia?
Because I'd rather have mafia run it than non-mafia, because I've always been a fan of organized crime. Nobody likes unorganized crime. Organized crime, the people that deserve it are getting it. Unorganized crime, us innocent people get caught in the middle.
Pick for you.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm a fan of organized crime, not unorganized.
You got to pick one. Mafia, politicians. Come on, you take mafia all day long.
I'm taking mafia all day long. Right, politicians they're
horrible.
inept.
They're horrible.
They screw everything up. Yeah. I'm with you.
So yes, that's a good point. But Joe had a special place in my heart. And it was the whole thing. I was literally.
And Bosa has a special place.
Bosa has a little place because he literally lives in my neighborhood. He literally goes to the same Publix that I go to.
So basically, what we need is Aaron Rodgers to move to your neighborhood, and then
I don't want him in my neighborhood.
All right, so
he's too cocky for my neighborhood.
So once he moves into your neighborhood, hey, I was wrong about that Aaron Rodgers guy. He's pretty cool. He lives right down the street. I had some brats with him the other day. We shared a couple beers. He's actually really cool. In fact, he's cooler than the Bosa boys.
No, I don't think
In
so.
fact, he just passed Joe Namath in my book.
I hate
it's not gonna
Aaron
happen.
Rodgers.
See?
As a Bear fan,
but he's a Bears fan.
Brady,
he has a reason to hate.
Yeah, but
that's
I don't
with
hate
conviction.
Brady.
He said hate.
I don't hate
I just said I
Brady.
didn't like him.
You would hate somebody too that kicks your ass every year.
Well, that's a big truth. Too.
I hate Tom Brady and the Patriots and Belichick.
See,
because they kick our ass all the time.
I'm a Dolphin fan, but I don't hate Tom.
No.
Brady.
See, I don't hate Brady.
No, you admire him.
I don't hate Brady.
I admire them, but I don't like them.
So
I'm a Dolphin fan. I can't like them.
So I want to know who.
I can admire Jim Kelly because he was a Cane and he was a great player, but I hate his ass when he was playing for the Bills. And if you ask Jim Kelly about the Dolphins, he'll tell you, I hate the Dolphins. So I'm going to hate the Bills.
No. I just didn't like Aaron. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. His attitude, his demeanor. There was something about it I didn't like. Plus, I happen to think.
Well, when they were freaking out a few years ago, relax. Like
hey, bro,
but he
was right.
Cool.
But he was right. They relaxed and they won.
He's a badass. I mean, look, the Arizona comeback in the playoffs and the Dallas passes the last minute to get the guy is a beast.
He's a stud, bro.
There is no doubt.
Listen,
I can't.
The game, though, you get to the game.
Yes.
San Francisco crushed Green Bay earlier in the year. They didn't beat them. They crushed them.
Yes.
Right?
Aaron Rodgers' worst day as a pro.
You got to give the nod to San Francisco.
Not even close.
It's not even close, right? The only thing that I would say.
QB.
I think Garoppolo is a very good quarterback.
But the other guy's a Hall of Famer. There's a difference between good and Hall of Famer. Unproven, proven.
All right, I'll give you that. But
because he's not proven in these stages yet. He's in the
I think this is his year. I think this is the next 2 games you're going to see Garoppolo.
I'm a Garoppolo guy. But what I'm saying is he still needs to prove it, and I think he will. But he doesn't have the resume of the other guys, so we have to give the other guy.
He doesn't have the resume. That's for sure.
Yeah, San Fran's got the defense.
So what do you like? 7.5 points.
I like San Fran.
So do I.
Actually,
not even close.
I am convinced San Fran will win, in this game. There's no doubt. I'm sorry. I said San Fran.
Yeah.
No, I like Green Bay in this game.
Oh, I like San Fran.
No, I like
San Fran.
I think Rodgers and company will keep it close. They will lose this game, but they will keep it close. Their defense is playing better now the last couple of weeks.
Their defense is playing better, but I think Rodgers. I just think the home field advantage plays to San Francisco.
Sure.
I just think I think they're running back by committee there.
Good.
I think it works well.
Yeah. Well, Jones is good too, but he's
Jones
going
is
up
great.
against. He's going up against a much better defense. That's the problem.
Yeah, the defensive line is going to be able to stop him, or at least not let him run away with the game. But so I happen to like San Francisco and give the 7.5 points.
I'm the other way. I like Green Bay in this one too.
Putting my homer thing aside, just putting the homer thing.
Lose close.
Putting the Boses from Fort Lauderdale aside, I think I think they're going to show it. I think the Super Bowl is going to be San Francisco and Kansas City.
Oh yeah. I'm with you there.
It's going to be. It should be a fun. That should be a fun Super Bowl. A lot of points. I mean, especially if San Francisco can get into get their offense really clicking, I think it's going to be one of those Super Bowls that could be 30-40 or 45-40. Some type of Super Bowl. I hope.
Well,
I hope.
Of course, because Kansas City has an offense, man, that they can break anybody down. They should be able to score even on great defenses like San Francisco.
And Kansas City's defense isn't that good, so San Francisco should be able to rack up some
that,
touchdowns.
That's the worst defense that's left is Kansas City.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not a good defense.
It makes for a good Super Bowl. So how do we bet now? So here we all agree on do we bet on. Think about this. The betting public has to think about this all the time. And by the way,
I also like the over in Tennessee, Kansas City.
53?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I think Kansas City's going to put up 20-something points, 30 points, and I think Tennessee will put up their share too, at least 20, and because they're going to run the ball in Kansas City. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be able to run the ball in Kansas City early on. I just think that in the second half, that's where Kansas City pulls away. But I think they go over 53 in this one. That's the other bet I like here.
So why don't we do this? Instead of betting the game, let's bet the over.
Well, I don't know if you guys like the over.
Billy, what do you like? You like the over, or do you want to bet the game? Now, the other game.
I may be the only idiot that likes the over.
No, I like the over. I like the over in the Kansas City game. I mean,
what's the number?
53. That's a bit. That's a big number. That's a big number.
I think Kansas City scores 30 in this game. I really do. I think they score 30 in this game, and I think Tennessee scores in the 20s.
You know what?
Because they're going to run the ball.
Hey, do you remember the year that Arizona was 9-7?
Yeah,
but their defense started peaking in the playoffs.
Right.
Tennessee's defense, the way they're playing,
they're playing really good.
Reminds me of that Arizona team that was 9-7. Kurt Warner, they almost won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Kansas City's got that offense; they can score on anybody. That's the thing. I think they're so explosive. I think they're difficult.
So I just want to share with you something. I have somebody I respect at a high level that knows sports betting at a high level.
Okay.
I texted him a little earlier. He happens to have the same picks as you, Big O.
Oh, really?
He says, if I had to pick, Chiefs, he takes the Chiefs, giving up 7, and the Packers plus 7.5. Yeah. And he's a very knowledgeable guy.
Jones is running well. Rodgers, this is a moment for him.
He always plays big. The bigger the game, that guy shows up, man. It ain't on Rodgers. It's never on him.
And so what's the over on that game? That over, I think, is 46. Let me just look at my numbers here. 46.5. 46.5 for the Packers game. Packer-Niner game. That's a tough.
So you need both to score
24 points, yeah.
Okay.
That's 4 drives. They got
against that defense.
They each got to score 4 times. They got to have 4 scores, and 3 of them better be touchdowns. What do you think about that over under? 46.5.
No, I'm not touching that one.
I'm touching it.
I'm afraid of that one because I think it can go either way.
The line I feel the best about is Kansas City laying 7.
Oh, no, I'm
That's
with
the strongest.
So we could.
We're all with you on that one. I like Kansas City.
The one thing we all agree on is Chiefs and the over.
Oh, you like the over too?
Do you like
Tennessee,
the over?
Kansas City? I don't think
he was a little afraid with 53. He was a little afraid with 53.
Right.
Well,
that's a tough number. That's way up
Kansas
there.
City is able to put
he freaks out when I take overs in basketball.
Well, because you never do.
No, unders.
I mean, unders. I'm sorry.
Unders.
Yeah, but betting basketball is crazy. They're so good, man. It's disgusting. You got
What do you
180
like?
possessions in a game, and you're within 2 points of the line. How the hell did you do that? That's
Billy,
not
what
right.
do you like? 50,
All right,
you're avoiding the question now. 53.
You know what? 53. Look, I can see Kansas City scoring 30, but I don't know that Tennessee's going to put up 21.
Okay.
If they put 8 in the box,
No,
they're
but
able to stop Henry.
Derrick Henry will get a
Bro,
touchdown.
Baltimore couldn't stop Henry.
Yeah.
Kansas City's
Henry's
nothing like,
But you know what? Kansas City had a lot of time off. Them guys didn't play for 3 weeks, man.
they don't have a defense.
Yeah,
They
they're.
don't have a
defense-
defense. Their defense sucks, dude.
I like the over better than I like the game. To be
Better
honest
than the
with
7.
you. Yeah, I like the over better than I like picking the Chiefs.
I think they're going to score a lot of points in this game.
So do we have to make a decision here. Do we go
All right,
Chiefs and
Yeah,
All right, we go
53 is good.
we go Chiefs -7. We go over 53,
Yes.
and then you can make 2 different bets. One with San Fran and one with Green Bay,
okay?
because we have conviction on the other 2.
Yes, I got it. Okay, I got it. I got
We're
our
going to
bets
play
then.
both sides of the fence.
Well, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if
No, wait. Explain
we
explain what you just meant by that.
you play Kansas City, you play Tennessee over, and you play San Fran -7.5. Then you play Kansas City, Tennessee, and Green Bay +7.5.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to write this down. It's like a
'Cause
book
it's the-
report. I'm
you're
leaving.
covering
No,
both.
I hope I do it right on the computer, man.
You can't
Jesus.
miss that. You know the Tennessee and Kansas City, Ben. You just alternate the other 2. That's all, because
I
we
got you.
disagree in that one.
All right, we'll do it.
And then that way, if we all are right on the Tennessee Kansas City, we're fine, because we're going to win one of the 2.
Guaranteed to win. We're guaranteed to win.
Right.
All right, sounds like a bet.
Okay.
Now,
Unless you want to do a coin flip, and then we have to pick either San Fran or Green Bay and keep it at 1 bet.
Billy, what do you think?
Usually
Well,
I
how
don't
would
like
you-
playing
how-
both
how do you-
sides of the fence, but it totally makes sense.
No, but
because we
well,
all
well,
feel
what-
good about the other
Well,
two.
how about this? What do you like? Do you like San Fran -7.5 or Green Bay +7.5?
I don't like either. Honestly,
You gotta like something.
You gotta have an opinion, one way or another. Gotta make
you know
a
what?
pick.
With the way that defense is playing, if I was to pick something, I would take San Francisco and
There
lay
you go.
the 7.
And laid a 7
So
and a half.
that's it.
At
7 and a
home,
half.
At 7.
So that's
7
it. That's your bet. Just 1 bet.
Okay.
Those 3. Leave Green Bay out.
Green Bay's out, and then wait, Billy. Just so you know what we're doing. I think that's what we're gonna do, and it sets Big O up big time. Because if we lose, Big O's gonna say, I did say that Aaron Rodgers is the Hall of Famer. We're setting him up to be like pounding on his chest here.
Or you're setting me up to say, you see, you idiot, you're wrong. All right, you
No, but
moron.
I'm sort of
Favre-
sensing-
Rodgers choked.
I'm sensing like you pounding on your chest next
No,
week.
but we got to
but I
go
like
with
the bet.
majority. And if majority is that you guys like that, go for it. It makes, hey, man, it's a borderline type bet anyway.
It is a tough game. So let's just jump ahead just for a minute.
I have conviction on the other 2. I can't tell you I have the same conviction. I like Green Bay in that one. I just think they'll lose close.
Because you like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. No, and the Packers defense
He's
is
not really
playing better.
good. You just like him. Does
right.
he live in your
No.
home state, your hometown, or something like that?
I just I like quarterbacks with swag.
Oh, come on.
And they can back
no,
it up.
No, he doesn't have swag.
Oh,
no,
he
it's
has
not
swag. He's total swag.
He's just over cocky.
yeah.
He's not swag. There's a difference.
You ever met Marino?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You want over cocky? That's Marino.
That's pretty over cocky.
All right. I think Marino actually makes Rodgers look like a nursery child next to him.
I would not dispute that.
Okay,
but
because
we're
he
not betting on
played that way. I mean, he played with some fire, dude. In fact, I think Marino still has that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think he thinks that he can still go out there and take a few snaps. You know?
Yes.
And he can't, but he thinks that.
I'm telling you, the other day I've talked about this before. That Tom Garfinkel video with him and Marino at the golf course. I told you about that, right?
No, I didn't hear.
Tom Garfinkel's the president of the Dolphins.
Sure.
If you go to his Twitter account, you're probably going to have to scroll down quite a bit to get to it because it's probably about a year old. He doesn't tweet a lot, so it won't be that bad. But about a year and a half ago, he was at a golf course with Marino, right? And he films Marino, right? And Marino's looking at the camera, and he hits the golf ball, right? And the golf ball disappears. And he starts walking towards the camera, takes out his hat, goes like this, ball comes out of the air and drops in there. And he's just looking at you like, what, do you expect anything different? What?
Listen, he's
What?
a great
Were you
athlete.
impressed?
He's a great quarterback. He's a very good golfer.
And I know.
He's a
a
very
great
good golfer.
Dude, he hit it straight up in the air from the floor. You try to do
Yeah,
that. I can't hit it straight that way.
Anyway.
Anyway, the dude hit it straight up in the air. He literally walked 3 steps, took out his hat, and without looking up, it dropped in the hat, bro.
That's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. That's very impressive.
I mean, you got to go to Tom Garfinkel's Twitter account and just scroll down. You'll find it. I'm telling you, it's one of the badass videos of all time. And Marino looks at you into the camera like,
That's what I do.
bro, I can do this blindfolded if you want.
Listen, that,
Marino's-
Marino's cocky, but he's not like Aaron Rodgers. He's not. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's just. I don't like him. So let's move to the next question and my last question of the day.
Yeah. Oh
So-
man, we are way late. We got our Dolphin president.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
If it in fact is San Francisco and Kansas City in the Super Bowl, who do you like?
Well,
Now-
we'll have 2 weeks to talk about that, but I'm going to go San Francisco. I'm going to go with the best defense.
The defense, yeah.
I got to go with the defense and the running game, man. They got both. They got both elements. When you can run and play defense, forget about it, bro.
And see,
I
the
mean,
sad thing
it
about
just-
that
it-
is-
it's 2 elements that will control the game.
I agree with you. But the sad thing for me is, like, I'm rooting for Andy Reid.
No, I get
I think
you.
the world is rooting for Andy Reid. You know what I mean?
And actually, I talked about that with the storylines.
We all love Andy Reid.
The only thing Andy Reid needs to complete his career,
Is a
his
Super Bowl
resume,
victory.
is a Super Bowl victory. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he needs, dude. He's accomplished everything. He's a first ballot Hall of Fame coach with or without the championship. He doesn't need it in my eyes. He has developed a slew of coaches.
I was going to, you know what? He's like Bill Walsh.
Yes.
He's just missing
Yeah.
the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He's just missing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I'm a huge Andy Reid fan. But you asked me objectively. And,
And for purposes of betting, you'd have to go the other way. You have to go to San Francisco.
And I have to admire the teams that have the defense and the running game. When you have that combination and you have a quarterback that's not going to throw it away, you got a shot at winning every game that's on your schedule. It's scary, but that's the truth.
All right, well, let's see what happens this week. You know, it's going to be three nice bets, and we're good.
What's
What's
the next giveaway here?
here, March 21st,
Okay.
$25,000 of cashola.
I like it.
25,000 cash. Someone's walking out with cash.
I like it.
Somebody's walking out with cash. Now, in between February 1st, it just starts in a week or so, right around the Super Bowl. The whole month of February, you earn the entries right up to March 20th.
Okay.
Or 21st. And so instead of giving a car away, we're trying to mix it up a little. Sometimes we give away a nice car, a Mercedes. Sometimes we give away cash. Sometimes we're thinking about giving away a boat. We did that 2 summers ago.
I thought you were saying you're going to give me away. I was going to go, that's a terrible prize. I mean,
Yeah, we've tried that. And
you rejected.
what happened is we gave you away, and they gave it back.
Yes, I don't blame you. I don't blame him. My wife's tried that many, many times. Somehow or another, I end up back at the house, and she gets pissed. But I mean, she's driven me to different places and dropped me off, and hoping that I don't find my way back, and somehow I do, like that stray dog. And she's like, "Oh well, whatever."
Anyhow, good luck this week.
All right, my brother. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Big O.
You got it, my man.
Really? Uh-oh.
You need your mic on. You need your mic on.
The
That would
top
be good.
11 rushing teams in the NFL this year, 8 of them are in the playoffs. With all the proliferation of passing and all this, running the ball, 8 of them out of 11 are in the playoffs.
It's never changed.
Yep.
You run and defense,
yeah.
you'll control it, man.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, you be
All right,
good.
guys. Thanks a lot. See you next week.
You got it, baby. All right, let's do this.
Bye-bye.
Let's take a quick break out here at Hialeah Park, baby. And when we come back on the other side, we're going to have a Dolphin president, Chris, Iowa Phins Club. He joins us next. All right, we are back. We are ready to rock and roll. Yes, sir. Every week we go around the world and we like to talk to a different president of a Phins fan club. Chris is kind enough to join us today from the Iowa Phins Club. Chris, how you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
I cannot complain, my brother. I am loving life, as they say. I'm out here at a beautiful casino, having some fun, plunging my guts out. So always,
Absolutely.
yes, always good to do that. So tell us a little bit about the Iowa Phins Club.
Well, we just I met Gorilla Luke and a few buddies down in Miami, or I was up in Minnesota last year at the Vikings game. And I was meeting a bunch of them, talking, and then they got us to go down to Miami first time. And well, I'm 32. That's the first time I've been to Miami. And we came home, and I was like, "Why don't we have a Phins club in Iowa where we can get together and talk about the team, what we think about it, and maybe get to go to Vegas?" So I put it together about I'd say about 5 months ago. It's slowly growing. I got a bunch of buddies in there, and now we're discussing where we can meet up on the weekends. Go to maybe have a few drinks, watch a Dolphins game. And right now I got about 11 people to head to Vegas. That's part of the Iowa Phins Club right now.
Wow. How many people total in your in the Iowa Phins Club?
I think so far we're about 290, and we just started it, so we're building it.
Wow, that's
from
awesome.
The ground up, so. That's
awesome. So when you guys get together, how many of you are getting together to watch games, man?
As of right now, we got probably about 20.
Okay.
25. I mean, it's all over the state of Iowa, so it's kind of hard. We got to try to be, try to find an equal spot. We're going to try to probably pick like Des Moines or something.
Okay.
That way it's fair drive for everybody.
That is amazing, dude. How you've been able. I am amazed how in almost every state there are Dolphin clubs all over the place. So let me ask you, Chris, how in the hell did you become a Dolphins fan? Did you live down here, or what happened?
My grandma's from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And then my grandpa was in the Navy, and he met my grandma down there, and he was kind of a Dolphin fan. And then all of a sudden they moved to Iowa, and they brought the Dolphins with. And ever since then, I've been a Dolphins fan.
Okay. Do you remember that first game you watched that made you a Dolphin?
Yep, I sure do.
What was it?
It was the Dolphins Jets in 1990.
Is that the Spike game?
I think the Spike game was 93 maybe. I can't remember actually for sure.
Okay. All right. So it's 90. And so what was it? What put you over the top? Was it Marino?
Yeah, it was definitely Marino. Yep.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. How many times have you come down for a game?
My girlfriend surprised me this year. It's the first time I ever went to Miami to a Dolphins game. And that was just this past year. We went down to the Eagles game.
Wow, and you got the win, too.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it couldn't have been worked out any better. We ended up tailgating with the deep end, with Gorilla Luke and all those guys. And I met them all, and it was a time of my life I'll never forget.
Well, I know, by the way, if Gorilla Luke is listening or watching, I hope you feel better, because I know he had his arm in a sling. Hopefully he is healthy again and back on track. So you got 11 people going to Vegas. I like that. We're going to have a lot of fun over at Tommy Rocker's, man, broadcasting that for 3 days. And obviously we're going to be doing Dolphin style, too, throughout that draft. So we'll be able to do that. We'll have all kinds of giveaways and everything else. So
definitely have to go over there.
What kind of things do you guys, outside of a game, does the Iowa Phins Club get together for anything else?
Starting this summer, we're going to start doing some, just meeting up maybe like once a month or once every couple months, and do maybe like just a big grill out, cookout, and just talk and chat and stuff like that.
How many?
We got some.
What kind of members are they? How young are they, and how old are they? What kind of group is it?
It ranges anywhere from 15 to 60. We're all over the book.
Okay, all right.
They're talking. We're 10 slowly growing. So, we've got different fans on different levels talking about different things. So,
Okay. And
everybody right now is talking about this past season, what we thought about it, and what we think the Dolphins should do to grow.
And folks, if you want to find it, you could go to the Facebook Iowa Phins Club, and it's PH, by the way, not F, PH for Phins, and you can sign up. I actually just sent in a request now for the Iowa Phins Club there. Let me ask you, when you outside of the Facebook, is there another way people can contact you? Do you have a website, Twitter handle, Instagram? What else is there?
We're building a Twitter and an Instagram right now, and then we're going to get a website. We don't have it all up right now, but once we do have it up, we'll put it on as a group.
Okay.
And that way we can spread it even farther.
I like it. All right, so Chris, favorite Dolphin moment of the season this year? Since it's a tough year, it's easy to pick a Marino moment back in the day, but what about this year as a Dolphin? What's your favorite moment?
Of course, I'm going to take when I was at the Eagles game, it was 4th down, and Fitzpatrick threw it up to Devontae Parker, and he caught it and ran it in for a touchdown.
So where are you with Devontae Parker? You happy he turned the corner? You think they did the right thing in signing him to a long-term contract?
Yes, I absolutely do. And I met him. We stayed at the Dolphin Hotel before that game, and I met him and I talked to him. And he's an awesome guy. He's down to earth, and he's just got a lot of fight, and he's hungry. So that shows a lot.
Yeah, it's cool, man. He's a good dude. He's been through hell and back, and hopefully he can just stay healthy. I think we all know that if Devontae stays healthy, this is the guy we're going to see often, because one of the things that I loved about watching him this year, Chris, is that not only did he play well, but he played with confidence. And that's something
Absolutely.
I think that's come from him being healthy and being effective out there. That confidence really grew this year. I thought that was really cool.
And I think once we get Preston Williams back, too, for a little bit, take a little extra of the double team off Devontae, he's going to be able to grow even farther.
Amen to that, dude. I think Devontae is going to have a heck of a career from here on out. And Preston Williams, I really like what I saw from that young guy. We get a healthy season from those two cats, and we're going to be really, really happy campers out there. So
I'm pumped. I said I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, you should be. You should be. Chris is the Dolphin president of the Iowa Phins Club. Go to their Facebook page, Iowa Phins Club with a PH. Hopefully, I will see you out there in Vegas, my brother. Look forward to having a little fun and partying with you out there, Chris. Thank you for taking some time,
Absolutely.
man.
I can't wait.
Thank you, my
brother.
brother.
No problem. Thank you.
You got it, baby. Be good.
All right.
There you go. Chris from the Iowa Phins Club. I like it, man. Good stuff. It's so cool how there's, fan bases all over the world that are rooting on the Miami Dolphins, man.
You know what's impressive?
What's that?
Look, back in our heyday, okay, I could see having fan clubs from everywhere, because you're a good team.
Right.
We haven't been good for 20 years, and these people, there's still a major following.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
No, I'm with you. Yeah.
It's baffling. It's baffling. Like, why? But, hey, it's all good. We're glad you guys are Dolphin fans.
I'm with you there, bro. No doubt about it, man. All right, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. And more importantly, if you want to try to win a pair of passes to Rockville, May 8, 9, and 10. Metallica will be performing 2 nights there, 2 different sets. We'll be out there, by the way, broadcasting live, interviewing the players and all of that. But if you want a chance at winning the wristbands, we will give them away on April 8th, a month ahead of time, so it gives you plenty of time so you can reserve your hotel and get out there. We got a couple of pairs of passes there to give away. So, again, 786-322-1105. Send in your full name, your address, your phone number, email. Okay, that way we know how to contact you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to win these passes, you got to give us some contact. So full name, address, email, phone, and send it to 786-322-1105. Again, we will announce the winner on April 8th. We will announce the winners, actually. We will reach out to the winners, and you will know, and then you'll have your opportunity to enjoy a little Rockville. Don't bother getting in on the contest if you cannot go. Okay, don't do that. Let people that actually can go, get in. I mean, it's just it happens to people.
What'd you do with your bracelets to go see Metallica? They sat in my car.
There's that guy that's out there, and it's a guy that does this, not the woman. It's a guy that goes out there and he gets the tickets, right? And then he goes and asks his wife after, or his girlfriend, and they don't let him. Oh, and then he sends me an email or something. Hey, I'm sorry, but my wife is not letting me go. Or they come up with some cheap-ass excuse like, oh, well, no, I now have to work. Now I have to no, dude, you knew you didn't have to do anything. You just didn't get permission from your wife. So if you got that wife that doesn't let you go and you have no pants and you got no balls, don't apply for the contest. That's all. Come on.
If you're
man.
neutered, don't apply for the contest.
Those that are neutered, please don't apply. You know what I mean? Let's have somebody that can rock and really enjoy it. So reach out on the accidentlawfirm.com text line 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. And remember, for those of you, if you're watching on YouTube, you got to always give us the thumbs up on the broadcast. We always appreciate that. It is time now for our basketball picks. Before we wrap it up here on the show, 2 straight 4-3 nights. Yeah, we picked 14 games the last 2 days. And guess what? We got a bunch of picks again today. I love it. All right, here we go. First, Wizards are at Raptors. Raptors are favored by 10.5. The over and under is 230. Wizards can score. They can't play defense, but they can score. Raptors, they've had a good season, but they have a little inconsistency sometimes with their offense, and I think they'll get bored in this game down the stretch. I think Wizards backdoor this thing. I'm going Wizards plus 10.5. They keep it somewhat close. Pacers favored by 7.5 over the Wolves. I expect the Wolves to not come up big in this game whatsoever. In fact, I expect the Pacers to win big. I'm laying the 7.5 here against the Wolves. Go Indiana minus 7.5. Bulls are at 76ers. Over and under is 215. 76ers favored by 7. There's a part of me that kind of likes the Sixers here minus 7, but I really like the over 215. I think they'll score enough points here, both teams, and I think they go over 215. Hawks are at Spurs. Spurs played last night. Spurs are favored by 8.5. Hawks, and the over and under is 230. I'm going to take the Hawks are going to lose. They're a bad team, but I think they'll keep it somewhat close here, and I think they'll make it interesting. I'm going to take the 8.5 here. I think that's a lot for the Spurs to lay, even with a bad team like the Hawks. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going Hawks here plus 8.5, a slight lean in this one. Mavs favored by 7. Blazers not good on the road. Over and under is 230. Melo will shoot bricks. Whiteside's a knucklehead. I'm going Mavs minus 7. Doncic and the boys will rout them. Last game of the evening, the Miami Heat. They are taking on the OKC Thunder. Thunder are playing well, but they're 3-6 in their last 6 games. The 3 losses are against quality teams. I believe the Miami Heat are a quality team. I believe the Miami Heat are going to win this game. I'm going to take Miami plus 1.5. I like the Heaters on the road to pull off the upset against OKC, baby, and they're pretty much fully healthy outside of Winslow, so I like that too. Here are the picks once again. Heat plus 1.5. Wizards plus 10.5. Pacers minus 7.5. Over 215 Bulls and Sixers, I'm sorry. Hawks plus 8.5 at the Spurs. And Mavs minus 7 against the Blazers. There you go. Those are our picks in the association tonight. All right, we thank Steve Calabro, of course, Frank Fiore, and the Brunetti family for making it all happen for us here at Hialeah Park every single week. We thank, of course, Andrew Ivins from 247 Sports, the injury expert Will Carroll, Herald sports writer Michelle Kaufman, and, of course, Dolphin president Chris from the Iowa Phins Club. Most of all, we thank everybody that tuned in. We love you for tuning in. As always, we will see you tomorrow, actually. We'll chime in a little bit. We'll give you a podcast. Also, tomorrow I will be on Mad Dog Radio from 3 to 7. So if you want to catch that, we'll be there. You guys be good out there. Much love as always. Be safe in your travels. We'll see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend.